For question number 5, we have an inequality in standard form. So when I have it in standard form, I can simply find the x and y intercepts and make my graph. So the x-intercept is going to be negative 36 divided by 3. Remember, we cover up the y, we solve for x. Negative 36 divided by 3, and that's going to give me negative 12. And then for my y-intercept, I'm going to take negative 36 divided by negative 18, the number in front of y, and I'm going to get 2. Now, I don't have 12 little tick marks on my graph, so I'm going to count by 2 for this one. So the first tick mark is going to be negative 2. So I got negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, negative 12. So that's my x-intercept of negative 12. My y-intercept in this case is going to be 2. So again, I'm going to use 2 for each tick mark, scale of 2. So now that I have that, I have to decide whether it's solid or dotted. Now remember, if it's equal underneath, it's going to be a solid line. So I'm going to make as straight of a line as I can through that, and of course you all know from class that it's really hard for me to make a straight line with the pen function on this pad. So just make sure you make it as straight as you can on your actual test. Now I have to decide, do I shade above or below? And we know our rules from class that if it's greater than or equal, we usually shade above. But also keep in mind that if I wanted to put this equation in slope-intercept form and make my graph instead of doing the x or y intercepts, what would happen to my inequality symbol? Well, let's see what would happen. If I got y by itself, I would subtract 3x on both sides of my equation. Subtract 3x, subtract 3x. And what I would do is just reverse the 3x and the 36. They're just going to change places, so my x term's up front. And when I divide both sides by negative 18 to get y by itself, what happens to my inequality symbol? My inequality symbol is going to flip over. So what that's going to do is it's going to give me an equation that is actually less than. So anytime you have a negative in front of your y, you're always going to want to flip your inequality symbol when trying to decide if you're going to shade above or below. So if we know what's going to flip because of that negative in front of the y, I know that I'm going to shade everything below that line. Hope that helps.